Okay, Rachel, where's Sandra? She's late as usual.
I, I just see a blank screen for her. That's very interesting.
She's
Man, the
thinking of,
FBI must be really mad at her after yesterday.
The pecan one. There's some
There
in
she is.
the thing. Oh, hey, y'all.
good morning.
They know I'm fired up. And so they're like, let's see how this is going to play out today.
Yes, I can't wait to see what you have to say today. Yesterday was great when I could hear you.
We'll see how this works. I may have to, so I ended up having to switch over to my phone yesterday and using the hotspot off of my phone. So we'll see what they want to do today. Freaking FBI nonsense. Bunch of poo-poo heads. Anyway, well, hey y'all. So I started my morning off almost instantly angry. So I woke up this morning. I had a really good phone call. Things were good until I looked at Facebook. And then the proverbial poo-poo hit the fan because my head just exploded. So apparently this pale horse ridiculous group that secure our Texas borders and all that kind of BS group, they finally decided to write an article on Plum Grove.
Oh, Plum Grove. Okay, we're going there right away. Yes.
Yeah, no, right away. I mean, like, I'm telling you, so I did something that I never do. And I posted like political angst on my personal page. Because I always tell everybody, look, I have 2 political pages. If you want to know what my opinion is, that's where you can find it. But this one, it just pissed me off. Because a whole bunch of political conservative fill in the blanks are posting this article with this fake outrage. And these are people that I personally know that Walter has spent hours upon hours on the phone with. People that I know he's taken there or has offered to take there or fill in the blank. And it pissed. Oh man, my top spun off about it. I was so angry. So I posted a post on Facebook about it on my personal page. I tagged Texas Fully Loaded and Walter in it both. And so yeah, he was like, I said, I'm not sorry that I hit send. And he's like, okay.
Wow.
So it's, you know why? Because like people crap on him all the time and it makes me so angry. Like I've never in my life seen somebody who does so much for so many people just to constantly get crapped on by those same exact people. And it just had me feel like.
Before we go any further, what's with this thing on the side? Look to your right. Wink, Sandra. Rachel, can you move? Hello?
What happened, Sandra? No, not again. This is unacceptable.
I don't know. Seems kind of weird to me. Oh, now they got her.
Yeah.
She's been whisked away.
Yeah, she said too much. She said too much.
Too much.
Okay, now what I was going to say is look to your right. No,
my right.
Yeah. What is this thing on your head?
Oh. This is called I took the littles to the pool last night, so I washed my hair last night. And I don't know about y'all, but if I wash my hair at night, it goes and it does all sorts of unforsaken things. And even when I use my flat iron to try and fix it, it still looks like crap. So I was like, you know what, we'll just.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to have a hair care class.
We need to have a Sandra needs to go to a salon class. But here we are. I'm thankful even for when I don't have what I want. It's contentment. Okay. It's learning to be content. It's a great lesson. It sucks, but it makes things better. I used to think that people would walk around with rose-colored glasses on all the time. I'm like, man, I want what they're smoking. But no, it's a lesson in contentment. We're taught to be content and to be thankful. And so I'm always thankful, even when the poo-poo hits the fan, I'm thankful because we know it causes perseverance, but more importantly, it's a renewing of our faith.
Mhm.
finding that we're not in charge.
Thank goodness.
They have
I'm
the
thankful
truth.
for and equally frustrated with it from time to time.
I don't want any credit for anything that's going on right now. None.
You know, I was talking to somebody this morning. I'm not revealing any of my sources on this, so I was talking to somebody this morning, and they were specifically talking about how no longer is a one of the biggest funders of the RPT funding the RPT any longer. And I started laughing. I said, "Man, could you imagine being the legacy of the state party chairman that made sure that the largest long-term funder of the RPT is no longer funding them? That's got to be awkward."
No, but is it a good thing or a bad thing?
True.
Because I mean, some people maybe we don't want them funding the party.
For this one, it's a bad thing. Typically,
It's a bad
yes,
thing.
I agree. But this one, I know personally, and I'm
Spill
like,
the beans. Who is it?
it'll reveal my sources on that one.
Well,
I'll get
we'll find out eventually.
Okay, goodbye, y'all.
yes. I will get a phone.
We better get a text pretty soon.
Yes, and plus, I mean, we're all going to find out eventually. You know, it'll run through the circles, and we'll all find out who's
Yeah,
not giving
but
their money anymore.
I think she's frozen. Oh,
No, I'm trying to figure out how to. Why my hotspot's not working? I'm gonna have to call my tech guy, who is the reluctant tech guy, back in here.
or that's his title, the reluctant text guy.
The reluctant tech guy. Yeah. So the reluctant. You remember the reluctant dragon?
Did
No.
we ever watch what? Peach Dragon?
No, the reluctant dragon.
Oh, no, it wasn't on my list.
What? Who are you people, man?
Rachel, did you watch it?
No, I don't know what that is.
I've never heard of
No.
it.
Kids show, or I have no idea.
It was a hold on, I can't believe you guys don't know the reluctant dragon.
The Reluctant Dragon. Sounds animated.
It is
Yeah, that's
absolutely animated.
Like a kids show.
Oh, a little upside down cake. Troubles. Oh, you've got them.
Oh Lordy.
Rachel, I
Sounds
think we need to
terrible.
send the little men to her house. I think she needs
Because little upside down cake. Your top is on your bottom.
Simon, you're closer than we are. Send out.
I can't believe you guys. Look, I say this often. Y'all have to. Y'all need to. Cartoons is my love language.
I guess they used to be, but now that
Land
I'm
across
older, I don't
the
watch
sea,
the cartoons
there
anymore.
lived a little boy who considered himself quite an authority on brave, fearless roast in his favorite.
Only a dragon, Father.
Oh, only a dragon?
Hello, dragon.
Oh, now, boy, don't you bounce stones at me or squirt water or anything. I won't
Oh,
have
have
it.
it.
Who would have thought we'd be watching Disney movies on our
I'm not
show?
wanted.
Oh,
This is
well,
1941
we'll see.
Disney. It's fine.
Oh, thank you.
Right.
If you don't
Yeah,
mind.
old school.
Y'all have never seen this?
Other way, please.
No.
Oh, this is a staple in my. This is a staple not just in my home, but in my upfetching. Like, this is the
Now,
guy.
that explains a lot.
He doesn't want to be a mean dragon.
He doesn't want to be a mean dragon. He enjoys poetry.
Got it.
But the townspeople think that he's going to be a mean dragon. Then they go and they find Sir Giles, who's like the #1 dragon slayer. And Sir Giles is all like, I too love poetry. And so then they start this poetry thing back and forth, and then they stage a battle, and then they find out that he's an ice dragon.
You know, quite often when you meet someone, you look at what they revered as a child, and you think that's what made them such a great person, is they were so interested in history or the great. Anyway, now we know that Sandra was into the Reluctant Dragon.
I tell you people all the time. tell you people all the time that
Forget
I
the
love
one with the whale
cartoons.
and the Iliad and the Odyssey and all those.
I think I've showed this before. Do you see this Goofy over my shoulder?
I see the Goofy in the middle of the screen.
My dad painted
The
that.
one with the thing on her head.
Yeah, the one with the thing on her head. My dad painted that for my granddad for his birthday one year. And when granddaddy passed away and the house ended up, they sold the house and everything, it was supposed to go to my dad, but my sisters were like, I don't want it to go to dad. I want it to stay with us. And so anyway, I ended up with it. And so, yeah, no, like I was 100% through and through a Disney kid. Like I can't not be Disney. So I just don't do, I have to be very skeptical with Disney and new Disney and all that kind of stuff. But no, Disney is very much a part of my DNA. It's like I'll say every once in a while, like us Disney kids are not okay. Like I'm a firm believer. Hold on, there's a whole missed opportunity. I got screwed. There's a whole missed opportunity for not having Disney karaoke.
Okay. Rachel,
I said it.
are we on the same boat this morning as this person?
They're like,
Yeah,
she
I'm
is
not
so
sure what-
big mad today that we don't even know who she is anymore.
And here I had these illusions of discussing important things today.
Yeah,
This
I
is
want to get to
important.
the juicy stuff.
The Goofy.
I want to know why your name tag says real woman.
I want to know that too, because when I signed in, it was already there. Walter.
Oh, you know what? I bet it was from when we had Sparkle and Pork on. They've been
Oh.
renamed. They're no longer Barbecue Liquor and Sergeant Cayenne Pepper.
Oh, I
Diane.
thought somebody else had put it there, and I thought there must be a reason why it's there.
You left and came back, but you've been on the show since then, though. But maybe you haven't. Are you using the laptop today?
Yes, I'm using the laptop today
There
for
it
a
is.
while. Let's see how long it lasts before it goes. Meow. And then I go back to whatever I have left.
Miss Patty's working on getting a new iPad, so she's been
Yes.
scouring. I'm no good at this conversation because I've not bought a new anything in a long time. My iPad's like 6 years old, so 7 years old.
I still have
also-
an iPhone 6.
I didn't
Wow,
even know that still worked.
Patty.
Congratulations.
And this is my second iPad, and it's like I don't know what it is.
Mine
It's
was
a-
the first one that came with a pen, not a stylus, but like an actual pen, or the Apple Pencil or whatever it was. Like that. That's what mine is.
That was well after mine.
I have
That
an
was
iPad
highfalutin.
mini, and it has gotten to the point now where it doesn't always register whenever you touch it, but it's not completely dead yet, so I haven't given up on it.
Well, I did that, and what I usually do is my last iPod, which was one of the originals, I have now put in the grandkids. They can play with that one. And then I got me one, and now this one, it just freezes up a lot. So it tells me that it's fixing to go to, she's studying something.
It might have a disease.
It has a disease. It's called I'm old and I want to quit.
My dog that doesn't ever bark at the door went running straight to the door, and like his little ears and tail are at attention, and was like Brody just went to the door and was all like, "Rrr."
He heard there was a raccoon out there. I didn't do
I'm
it.
still traumatized about my little raccoon. That was my raccoon, by the way, the one that I found in the road the other day.
Was he
Was it meant
flat?
to be? It
Was
wasn't
it
meant to
flat?
be.
He wasn't even flat. He was just they hit his face.
Oh, with his jaw. Damn, that'd be gnarly. Holy crap.
Get out of here. When I sent Walt that picture where I'm all like, he's like, why do you look like a Samoan? Why is your face all puffy and big? I said I was traumatized. My little baby raccoon was murdered just a street over.
Hey, he probably committed suicide.
Maybe he thought I wasn't coming back.
Or
Right.
maybe he heard you were coming back. And he said, quick, jump in front of the car.
I was so sad.
He's trying to abduct me.
Yes. I'd rather die than go home with that woman. She's crazy. The word is out on the street.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so
Last week, whenever I was on vacation at this little place that we
Alex, my
go out to
hotspot's not working.
in
Oh my,
Hardin
sorry.
County, and there are lots of raccoons there. And of course, people feed them. And so there was the most adorable little raccoon, and it came up to the back door and was just standing there and like,
more food, please.
paws out. And so the little girls, went and got some crackers or something, and they were literally like handing it to the raccoon. It was crazy.
That's my dream.
Yeah.
Yesterday on the show, I shared the state.
Nope.
See, every time she starts talking about it, it freezes up. There's a reason behind that.
They're watching her.
Yeah.
They
So
know
she
she's
starts
trying to get
to-
to
Well, I
bed.
switched over to the hot to see if that'll fix it. So we'll see.
Okay, can we change subjects? I have a different question to pose.
Sure.
There's a lot of interesting
Have a
stuff
talk
going
show.
on in our county.
Yeah, let's talk about
One
it.
of which is the award system. And I know that it was discussed yesterday on the air, but there were
Oh,
some
no.
postings. In
No.
fact, there was a posting that came up on the Tea Party page. Now, anybody can post on there. Rachel, you can go post. Sandra post, different things. Well, this was posted by the minority side of the Republican Party, and they posted the announcement of this grand award bestowed on the county chair.
Fake
Um,
award.
Anyway, I think long and hard before I
I'm
post
gonna pull up the
anything,
post. I'm listening.
because I think, your words are important. And so I did this post, all factual, on the Montgomery County Tea Party page, and it's gone. Now,
What?
yeah,
Well,
How long
that's
did you
very
post it?
interesting.
I posted it yesterday afternoon when the thing came out, and I just posted just truth, and it's on the Montgomery County Tea Party page, but the post is now gone. I've
The
searched
Facebook page.
everywhere. Yeah,
I'm looking right. Look, I'm gonna show America. Hold on, America. Watch this. Montgomery County Tea Party PAC page. La 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 la. Look, there we are. So this is real life. And then a day ago, okay. And then we got nothing for it. Now we go straight to July 17th. There's another post about a CISD board coming up. Is it?
The award post
What?
is gone?
Well,
well,
board post is gone also.
yeah.
Okay,
Now
that's
it's gone. Originally, it was there and just my post gone, and now the post gone. I fortunately took a picture. See, I'll show you. Sandra, how do you like this? Read this. I took a picture of my post.
You have to angle. You have to angle, Miss Patty.
It doesn't make any difference. You cannot read that.
I mean, I could, but it's proof that it's there. That's what's important.
Well, but I took
Now
a
you
picture.
read
of
it, because now we know that it's
Read
not
your
making
post
it up.
and comment. So, Miss Pat, did you comment on the original post about the award?
Yeah.
And then they deleted the whole entire post.
First, they deleted just my post, and they left the one from Judge Wayne Mack, and there was another one on there too. But then they went back. They decided that wasn't good enough, so they deleted the whole thing.
What happened to free speech?
Well, how can they delete it off of my page? I mean,
Who has
that
admin?
is-
Who
that
has
is your-
admin rights?
Yeah, that is kind of, well, who has them? I mean, I have them, Sandra has them. There's a small select handful of people that have admin.
Or the person
They
who
would never,
made
and none of
the,
those people
won't
would have
have them, yeah.
removed it.
but whoever made the original post, they could have deleted it.
Well, they had to have, I don't know how they deleted
You
just
know who it
mine.
was?
No, well, it was by the Republican Party, the minority. It was Kristen Christ. Should I say?
Yes, they can delete your comment on their post.
Yeah.
Yes.
When it was a negative that he said, why did they post it there in the first place?
Because
Would you
they're
go to,
My mom
would you go
texted me
to,
and said, "Well, Miss Patty, facts are not allowed."
true.
right. Yes.
Anyway, would you like to know what I said?
Well, can you read the
Yes.
original post?
Well, I can't see it right here. It
Oh.
showed a picture of the award for I think it was the most outstanding chairman, county chair.
It was some.
I think
It
he
was like
submitted
the
his
Courage
Me Award.
Award or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was something.
It kind of mirrored. In fact, my thought was this the same Me Award he tried to give himself at the convention? Do you remember that one? Okay,
Yeah.
what I said.
That's exactly what it was.
Interesting award. Montgomery County Republican Party has split, has been for over a year, and the elected chairman receives an award. Did you know that the majority of the Montgomery County precinct chairs have asked for his resignation? Wonder if the fact that many of the assets of the party were donated to the Waller County GOP, whose chairman happens to be the president of the group giving this award. Can you say quid pro quo? I like the Pooh Award. Hey, send me that. We can award that.
Yeah.
Anyway, everything I said there was true.
But Vivian is right. Facts aren't allowed.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, not even for a second. Not even for a second. So okay. Yeah.
Hey,
no.
and I
I
didn't even say his name or her name. So it's not like
you don't have to
I
because
mean
they know it burns at them like a guilty conscience.
well, I think they took the post down numerous places after they started receiving flack from the majority side of the party here in Montgomery County.
So, in all honesty, I subscribe to Montgomery County Republican Party emails just because I like following what's going on with y'all, because we kind of had that same situation here in our county, which we no longer do. Thank you, Lord. But I asked our new chairman about it, if he heard about it, and he said yes. And I said, you know what? Can we please get you out of the Texas Chairman's Association and ask for a refund of our dues?
Yes, I mean,
Well, we never paid our dues in the first place. And I said, well, thank goodness. And that whole organization is a picture of the problem that we have here in Texas. It's ridiculous.
Well, to me, it seems like we make it an award. In fact, people went on the site and even posted a copy of the mediation letter that came from Matt Patrick, showing that it said that he was the worst leader. And yet,
Good.
so that stuff was all posted. So then they decided they would remove. I haven't seen the post since then. So it'd be interesting to keep looking to find out where it's put.
Well, I'm sure someone has screenshotted all of the.
Yeah. Well, we went back to screenshot. There was a long back and forth between Wendy Yockey, who's the head of the Freedom Caucus now here, and with Kristen, the chairman's wife. He never defends himself. She defends him, which I think is kind of strange.
She doesn't have any of those things that are supposed to be in a man's pants.
They're in her purse right now.
Anyway, there was a long back and forth between the two of them, and it all disappeared before it could be screened. I don't know if anyone actually.
Actually, I think it is screenshotted.
I have full faith that someone screenshotted it, because people have a really bad habit of going back and deleting comments after the fact. And so a lot of times, we're.
Sandra knows something, I can tell.
Show us, Sandra.
You mean those? There's 8 pages of it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
Somebody I will send it to you. So in this, so as soon as I open this group thread, now it's not necessarily saying that it's anyone specifically, but as soon as I open this group thread, this is what I saw, and y'all can do what you want to with that information.
What is that?
It's McLovin.
Who?
They may have been making a comparison about somebody that we all love to
Okay.
prove wrong.
Anyway, when you get close to the truth here, people start doing stupid stuff.
That is the truth. It is the truth. Yes. I found something yesterday on our county website that I am extremely unhappy about. And it's just, it is a case. Well, this is county government. This is not a private organization. This is my county government that's using my tax dollars to do this. And they did this deal with the devil in secret.
Well, ours have been
The
doing
reason
that.
I found this is because I was digging around yesterday on the county website, looking at some budget numbers, and found this notice of a meeting that happened last Thursday that absolutely no one knew about.
Yeah. Sunlight would be the best.
We're past
It's-
disinfectant.
Yes. We have that kind of stuff going on here, and they think we're stupid
Yes.
because some of it's done in broad daylight, but it's like sometimes they say things and it's like, you really think that we actually believe what you're saying?
Yes, they do.
But,
Or
and
they
they
just
post-
don't even care.
yeah, and they post pictures
They don't
like they've
care.
just done the best thing. Anyway,
So I found out, it's not that I found out. It was literally spoken about in the San Jacinto County's commissioner's court meeting. So there was that Lyons report that was done on the sheriff's office, and it was $50,000. Guess who never voted to actually, number one, conduct it, and number two, pay for it? The commissioner's court. But they paid $50,000 for it.
For an investigation.
Mm-hmm. That turned up nothing. It was inconclusive at best.
Against the
And
sheriff?
there is no
Wow.
by
Fraud,
a
waste,
former-
and abuse.
Our
favorite
Walter
three
has been doing a
things.
fantastic job chronologically putting this all together on his TikTok page. We've kind of been sharing it here on the show quite a bit, but it's on his TikTok page, and you don't have to be a TikTok user. You can look it up on your computer. And he's got the different clips from meetings, interviews, and we FOIA'd the information on Michael Flint, who is the person who's causing all this problem, along with Commissioner McAnally, who used to work for Commissioner McAnally after he was fired from the San Jacinto the San Jacinto Sheriff's Department. Oh, there's a huge storm of brewing, my friend. It's intense, but yeah,
Who's the
there's a
sheriff
lot of
over there?
going on, huh?
Who's the sheriff over there in San Jacinto County?
Greg Capers, dear friend of ours.
Greg Capers. Yes. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I have
And
to
he-
remember
you
his
know,
name.
The problem is that because he actually fights for the people, and he's actually stopping crime and breaking up organizations. The people who are involved in them, they don't like that too much. So they're trying to give him bad credibility. But the problem is the people, the county, actually keep showing up at commissioner's court, telling the commissioners that they can kiss their derrieres because Greg Capers is the best things ever happened in that county.
Well, the establishment doesn't like it when there's someone who goes against the grain and doesn't, just get in line and follow along and makes things happen, because then that makes them look bad.
So there's so much corruption. This is why warriors like Rachel, Miss Patty, Scott Robbins, all of these people who go to their commissioner courts and their city council meetings, it is so important for you to keep pushing against the grain, because this information has got to get out, because nobody goes and nobody reads the stuff. And then they might catch something in the news, or they might see something in the paper about all this money that's missing. Or why in the hell are we paying this guy this much money? Well, because nobody was there to stop them. That's why that's happening.
Well,
So
at least your county, Rachel, didn't build a forensic center on a piece of land they didn't own.
Well, let me tell you about this meeting. We're about to spend $200 million to build a new jail and justice center
Ooh, we've been there. Go
that
ahead.
we're going to lease back for 30 years. We're going to lease land we own to this company to build the facility, and then we're going to pay them $11 million a year rent, which that's probably going to change because they've been telling us $140 million, and now this says $200 million. So we've gone up $60 million.
Wow.
and y'all haven't even broke ground yet. Is that right?
We're going to be renting our jail from Cons.
I was going to say, didn't you send us a picture? And it was like Cons Home Plus or something like
Rent to
that.
own, yes. Rent to own justice center. Yes, it is. And this is all to avoid having the voters approve the debt. This is all to avoid their big golden turd that they want to build in the middle of Chambers County. No one is denying the fact that we need a new jail.
Yeah.
No one is denying the fact that we do need expanded court facilities. That is the truth. But it needs to have voter approval, and it needs to be in a realistic scope for our county as far as price tag goes. This is
how much grant money are they getting for this?
None. We are completely outsourcing this whole thing. No grant money. This is all on, because they don't want to have to go out for a bond and do the regular procedure where there is transparency and accountability.
Who needs that, right?
Right, exactly.
You guys are so old school. Gosh, just get on board with the felons, please.
I know. I can't even believe that I would talk about such a thing. It's insane. But yeah, right. Maybe they'll end up in the jail they've built, right? But you know what? They won't, because let me tell you another juicy bit of information that's happened since I've been out. I feel like I haven't seen you guys in forever. Some things have happened.
It has been a hot minute.
Judge Jimmy Sylvia had an ethics complaint filed against him, and the Texas Ethics Commission ruled that he violated the law and fined him $500, and he has several ethics violations that they found him guilty of. Now, the amount of the fine, that's nothing, right? It's not a big deal. It's $500, and he'll probably pay it out of his campaign war chest. But the fact that he was found guilty of these ethics violations for campaigning in the courthouse, in his judge's robe, using county time, and also filming with county employees on county time. And this is one of the longest tenured judges in the state of Texas, who either doesn't know the rules or doesn't care about the rules of ethical campaigning. And he was found guilty. And we've got people here in Chambers County saying, wow, y'all are some petty people. I can't believe that you would call him out for this and go after him for this. I mean, this is the world we're living in, y'all.
So the same exact thing just happened in Starr County with their judge. He's been there for not quite as long as yours, but 900 years.
Yes.
The fun part with his is that they don't have any records at all of him fundraising or spending money or anything else. And he tried to come back and said that he didn't raise any money. And they said, well, you spent money. There's signs.
Okay. Yeah.
You had to pay your fee to file. Because nobody signed a petition.
Crazy too. The gentleman that I'm running against for commissioner, I got his campaign finance reports that we just filed that were just due. And so he has expenditures that he makes from his personal funds and reports them on that section, but he doesn't do any fundraising. So he has a campaign account that has $500 in it. That's it. And everything else he spends out of his personal funds. And so what I asked, I said, well, then how is that fair when I have to report everything that I'm raising, but you are just going to spend out of your campaign fund? So I have no way to know how much money you have for your campaign.
Yeah.
But okay.
Bacon
And then he
Nation
said,
has a
well,
great
if you're-
solution.
If you're just looking for an ethics violation, so I just said, no, I just want to know how much money you have.
You should have told him I don't have to look. That's what the TEC is doing right now.
Yeah.
Except for they're not, because we're local filers and no one does squat about any of it, because all we do is go down to the county clerk, file our report. They don't look at it. They don't scrutinize it. Nothing happens with it unless someone were to file a complaint. But Judge Sylvia, he put his all over Facebook.
Mom. I mean, that's fine.
Now, what kind of a judge is he?
County judge.
The county, okay. Because
Not
other
real-
judges,
Yeah.
real judges, have another set of code that they have to
Oh
live
my
by.
goodness.
But
Yes.
that a county judge is not covered by that, though they will try to claim they are.
No, yeah.
Yeah,
That county judge has completely different rules than a real judge.
yeah.
Do you think a real judge would be dancing to Taylor Swift Shake It Off in his robe up on the dais?
How old is he?
In his 60s, 65,
Yeah, he's easily in his
66.
60s.
Yeah.
That's wow. Is that on his OnlyFans page, or like what did he do with that?
It was on Facebook. He posted it as part of his campaign, but it's deleted now. But thank goodness, the internet is forever.
Yeah.
The internet is forever.
Forever. Ew, no. Stop it.
How do we always know that he's watching us? It's kind of like that.
It's like a creeper.
Like that.
I
Sometimes
was
it
thinking
feels
that
like somebody's watching me.
I think we ought to have a day that we only post pictures of selfies taken between Walter and us.
Oh my goodness. You could probably fill up a whole hour at least,
I
right?
know.
Easily. And you know what? Like somebody made the comment the other day. I can't remember where we were, and they were like, "Hey, I don't know. Oh, I know where we were." Anyway, she goes, "Hey, everyone, come in. You have to get a selfie with Walter. That's what he does, and this will make you famous."
Maybe that's
And
it.
he's like, I really haven't been doing my selfies like I used to, and I'm like, I know people are noticing.
Yeah, we are.
That's funny though. He posted that
Somebody
time I
is
said it. That's funny.
Somebody's always watching you, Walter.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Have you seen that meme where it's off of the hymn, "The Eye is on the Sparrow," and it's a sparrow, and he's laying on a couch, and he's like holding himself, and he's like, I always feel like somebody's watching me.
It's
That's
supposed to be,
funny.
it's supposed to be comforting.
Yes.
It's supposed to be comforting.
Our pianist was out at church for a week or two, and someone said something about there not being any music during the prayer time when we do our prayer requests and praises, and then everyone says all of their prayer requests, and then we all pray corporately, and usually she plays some piano while we're praying, but there was no music. And so I was joking around and saying, yeah, we need that piano back, because I'm like, please don't leave me alone with the Lord.
He knows things.
Exactly. Well, get on me.
Hey, there's
We
somebody
need a
else.
little,
That
we need a little interference here.
there's somebody else we're missing today. I mean, Walter's here, but Simon's not here.
Yeah, where is
Yeah,
Simon?
where is he? I
mean,
was starting to say
Put out
something
an
earlier, but I
APB.
kept getting hit by the FBI. Walter, call
The
Simon.
FBI got Simon.
I mean, who's going to tell us to go to commercial break?
I know. That's
Oh.
why we're like 6 minutes late for a commercial. I don't know why I just muted myself. We'll be right back. Don't forget.
Hey, while we're gone,
Say
fix your
what?
hair.
It's too short. It's too short. It's the women's commercial. We'll be right back. We are back. A huge thank you to our amazing sponsors, the Montgomery County Tea Party. Don't forget the first and the third Monday of every month, be at Citizens Grill in Conroe, Texas. The meeting starts at 6:30 sharp. I mean, like they are on time, like militantly on time. So you best get there early because if you don't, you're going to miss out on something. Make sure you get something yummy to eat at the grill and hug some necks and get involved. That's the whole purpose. This is We the People work, not we the people get entertained. If you want entertainment, come to the show. If you want to do something, also come to this show and to the tea party. This is FYI. You got to do both. You have to do both. And then, of course, the Vietnam Veterans of America, their service and sacrifice went far beyond a distant shore, and they still continue to serve their communities and their fellow veterans, both past and present, as well as their families. So make sure that you get involved with them. You can go to VDA.org and find out more. The Baytown chapter is going to be hosting a convention in October. So save the date. It'll be the late part of October. And you definitely want to get involved in whatever you can, whether it's buying a raffle ticket, maybe if they're hosting, a car wash or anything, take them a plate of cookies. Just tell them welcome home. They definitely deserve it. And if you're sick and tired of the big box shopping, like I know that you are, make sure you check out mammothnation.com/#WeThePeopleWork. Do that. You get an exclusive discount when you sign up. And then you get more discounts once you get in there. You can get hotels. You can get protein shakes, maybe some jewelry for a lovely person in your life. Yesterday was Girlfriend's Day. Just putting it out there. Even if you're a wife, you're still a girlfriend. That's true. So treat her like one. Anyway, make sure that you do that. And today, hey, you know what? Hold on. Don't forget to go to the TFL shop on the Texas Fully Loaded website and #WeThePeopleWork, and you can donate directly. Did you know that today is National Sisters Day?
I did not.
It is.
Whose house
Somebody
was
is
that?
mildly disturbed by that. Throwing pots. Girlfriends
Wasn't
and
my
sisters, I
house.
can't handle this.
Okay, never mind. Just wait.
Is that the dog wanting to be fed, or that was the
No. It's my kid unloading the dishwasher.
I'm glad they're at your house.
I thought Chris was
Okay.
in the other room throwing pots at Patty.
I think he went outside to work on the sprinkler, so I'm good there. Good.
You're safe for the moment. But yeah, today's
Yeah.
National Sisters Day, and it's on Women on Wednesday. You can't get any better than that because we're your sisters, girlfriends.
That's right.
Maybe National Girlfriend Day could have also been like girlfriends, like, hey, girl,
Girlfriend.
girlfriend.
There's so many songs we could go into. Where is our song leader? Oh, I guess he did take the day off, didn't he?
Yeah. But there's still no excuse for Simon. Where the heck is Simon?
Well,
I
Simon,
didn't text him.
Simon, I'm concerned about.
You
I know.
revealed his location yesterday.
Aha,
I really might have gotten him.
maybe so. Oh, she's texting now. He probably says, my head is in the oven. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I'm checking out the oven.
I just texted him. I said, blink twice if you're in danger. We're concerned.
Yes, really. Yeah.
We're because he usually tells me, hey, I'm not going to be on the show today. Just FYI, I'll go back and watch it later. And he's always faithful to do that, but it's very rare that he misses. But he tells me when he is. So now I'm concerned.
I am
FBI, if
too.
you got our sign.
Oh, he's here. He blinked. He
He's
blinked.
Right.
We all need an open. Someone get a drink. Oh,
We missed you, Simon.
I feel better.
Anna's
already.
going to drink to that. Here, let's all drink to
I am.
that.
You know what? This is like my favorite thing that I always forget that I own. I got this from Mima. It was my granddad's second wife, and it's a insulated water bottle. And when I got it, when she gave it to me, I was like, "Oh, thanks!" And then it just kind of sat in my pantry for like ever. And I've rediscovered it again, and I'm so glad that I did because it legitimately, I have not filled this up since yesterday, since last night when I went to bed, and the water's still nice and cold. And I'm always like anti-water bottle, so.
Why?
Maybe you need to put those on Texas.
Because I don't want the
Water.
plastic everywhere.
The plastic.
I said I'm anti-water bottles. So like this is
Oh, you mean the like a water bottle that you buy?
The ones that you buy with water in them.
You know
But
what? Anti-water altogether. I'm pro coffee.
well, here. I mean, I absolutely have my coffee here. I have to remind myself to drink water. I'm also very finicky about water. I don't get snobby about a lot of things, but water and moisturizer are two things that I get very snobby about. And so even bottled water, I get snobby about. It's really tap water. Don't even know. I
We
can taste
all
it a
have
mile away.
our little things that mine are not.
He's been
So
busy,
what do you-
but he's been listening.
What kind of water do you put into that water bottle, Sandra? Where do you obtain your fancy
So-
water from?
It
This
comes out
fancy
of a
water
Tito's
comes.
bottle.
Does it come in a plastic bottle?
And so it comes in our hard plastic bottle that's reusable. So we go and we get the water down at the little water machine. But like there's 3 different ones here in town, and only one of them tastes good. The rest of them all taste a little.
A little what? Show us that
Little-
again. Okay. That's because the raccoons have been drinking out of it.
And then like if I have to drink bottled water, like I mean I won't be a jerk. Like if I'm out in public and someone hands me a water bottle, like I'm not a jerk. But like if I purchase bottled water, it's always Fiji or oh, what's the other one that I always drink? Alex, what's another
You
water that I
are
always drink?
bougie. Oh my goodness.
It's either Fiji or Evian. Isn't that what it's called? Evian. That bottled water that I drink. What's it called?
They said, sure, Mom. That's not what we call it. It's called vodka. Grey
It's not water I
Goose.
buy at the liquor store.
Yeah, it's been
Simon.
processed.
So this morning I was on the phone with a friend and we were talking about some campaign stuff and Arthur comes in and he asks for orange juice, and so I'm fixing him orange juice. And then he goes, I love orange juice. He goes, it's a great meal. And I said, it's not a meal, sweetheart. It's juice. And then as soon as he walked away, I said, unless you mix it with vodka. And at the same moment, my friend on the other end of the phone goes, it's just a mixer. It's not a meal.
Depends on.
I said, then it's fruit salad.
Fruit salad. Oh my goodness.
Well, if it's from vodka, then you got oranges and potatoes. To see that now you're getting it's like fruits
It's a
and vegetables
vegetable
there.
and fruit. Yes.
Yeah, I mean now
Except
you're getting
potatoes
closer
are
to a full
not a
course meal.
vegetable. Potatoes are not a vegetable meal.
Mother, I want you to know that my mother has been texting me throughout the show until Simon fact checked and said that Sandra is not a jerk. False information.
I don't
Okay,
know,
so then-
Simon.
I do have at one of my permanent locations, I do keep a one of those Brita pitchers there because I can't do filtered water. I mean tap water. It's so gross.
We have a reverse osmosis thing under the sink and a little tap that it just comes out, and it's great. Gets the job done.
We have one in Mexico, but it's because you have to have something, or else you have to haul in those great big bottles.
Right.
Well,
yeah.
that's what the bottle system is. What we have here because we have to boil the water so frequently that we just got sick of having to worry with it. So we said, you know what, we'll just bite the bullet. So we did it like 2 years ago, I guess. We bit the bullet and we purchased like 5 or 6 bottles that you go and refill. And then like when the water, when the refrigerator works, the water from there is fine. But because of course it's filtered, but hopefully the new refrigerator will be here in a couple weeks. It was ordered.
It's on back order.
Well, so I have no idea. We got an
It is.
email
I'm
saying
telling
that it
you.
would be 20
I'm
to 30
telling you.
days. And I was like, 20 to
It
30. And so
No.
this is stupid. So we're
Go to the
ordering
scratch
this
and dent
refrigerator.
place. Go to the scratch
So
and
that's
dent
what-
place and just
That's
get
what
one.
that's what we did with the original one. So
Yeah.
we ordered this refrigerator, and as we're ordering the refrigerator, it says now put in your zip code. So we had to do it with every single refrigerator before we would put it into
And
the
then it
freaking
laughed.
cart. It did. That's unavailable in your area. And I'm like, they literally all come through the border. Like, don't tell me this. We're the #1 trade port in the United States. I know for a fact they're coming through this port. So then finally we settled. It was the one that was like, I don't know, $200 or $300 more was the only one apparently in the whole entire website that could come to Laredo, Texas.
Yeah, no, it'll be longer.
I'm
than
satisfied with it. Like it was one
I'm
that I
just telling
liked,
you.
but it was just more.
I'm surprised they don't have a kit. Build your own.
You know what? Walter, hop on that. I looked at the Zero Water one, Miss Suzanne, and you know what I really want to get? I want to get so I saw it at the Walmart, and I think Zero Water had one also, but it was a water bottle that had the Brita system in it, so that you could have clean tap water anywhere you go. Because like when I go to when I used to go to the gym, that doesn't happen anymore. But when I would go to the gym or like in the airport, if you take your own bottle and you refill it at those things, you think it's going to be clean water, and it's not. It's just
city
tap-
water.
It's just city water. Yeah.
Yeah. Which
Did
has
you-
fluoride.
So I'm like, I
in
need
it.
to get one of those, but they're like 20 or 30 bucks. That's why I haven't gotten it yet.
As a child, I never thought there'd be a day that I couldn't go to the local water hose.
I literally hear my granddad rolling over in his grave when I'm having this conversation, and so does my mother. By the way.
Well, because as kids, we drank out of the water hose.
Yes.
I mean, it did taste a little rubbery. But
Yes,
Yeah, but
I mean,
you
I
weren't
did
allowed to come
absolutely.
inside, so if you wanted water, that was it.
that's right. Hey, because we couldn't go in the house.
No,
It was time to be outside.
that's right.
Kids just don't know
That's
how lucky they got it.
You hear
They
that?
get to go inside and empty the
Yep.
dishwasher. We didn't have those either. We were the dishwasher.
Yes.
I
Yes.
remember when Granddad started filling up a refrigerator in the garage, but that thing I don't remember how it showed up at the house because I don't remember ever being there before. But one year, this refrigerator, I think from World War II, showed up in the garage, and there was always drinks in it.
It was
You know
the one.
It was a
Indiana
glorious
Jones.
day.
When Dennis and I would first got married and he got called up on active duty back in the late 60s, we went to California, and finding a place to live was that's where he was stationed. Finding a place to live was a problem. The first place, the place we ended up going to had a refrigerator that you had to go buy a block of ice for.
Oh my gosh.
And the
I
stuff.
was being slightly dramatic, but good Lord.
No, and the thing is that I'm going, I think I started crying. I was only 18 years old. I said, please, I want to go home. We have a refrigerator that you plug in. I mean,
That's why
fine.
it's called an ice box.
Huh?
My mom.
That's why it's called.
Yeah,
an
that
ice
is why it's
box.
called an ice
My
box.
husband, he still says ice box.
Well,
Is he
Finally,
is he
the,
like one of those people that's really he was born like he's a good case for like what do they call it, the reincarnation? It's like he'll say things that's just like not from his time frame. You're like, what year are you
No,
born?
he's just country. He's just a redneck.
So I have been corrected. Apparently that refrigerator has been there my entire life because it traveled the world with her. And she used
guess
to
you
have to
should have
defrost it.
noticed.
I guess
But
I
just
should
all
have
of a
noticed,
sudden-
but I don't remember it ever being there until there was Capri Suns and Kool-Aid bottles.
You
in
had
it.
Capri Suns when you were a kid? Wow, Sandra.
We had Kool-Aid.
Granddad spared no expense for his oldest granddaughter,
You're spoiled.
and the rest of them got it by default.
We got
my
Kool-Aid
grandparents
on
spoiled me right.
special days.
I will be the
Yeah, if
first
you were
person to
lucky.
admit
And
that.
really watered down Kool-Aid too.
Yeah.
When I was right before I turned 16, apparently my granddad was shopping for cars for me, and grandma was like, if you buy her a car, you're gonna have to buy one for everybody else. You understand that? And apparently I didn't get a car from granddad for my 16th birthday, but neither did anybody else. But that was the only thing that I did not get. My
So
granddad
you
spoiled me
ruined
rotten.
it.
Both my
You ruined
grandparents
it
did.
for all the rest of your family. Can you live with that?
Ruined it for the rest of them. I'm just fine.
Simon, what is Manguera?
You still drink what? Yeah.
What is that? I thought it said margarita at first.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
I'll buy it. What is
I'm
it?
down for some margarita. I like ranch water. Do y'all drink ranch water? Those are
No.
delicious.
Never had it. Sandra is
Oh, it's
spoiled.
delicious. So it's tequila.
It's some hipster wine cooler.
It's not a wine cooler.
It is too. It is a
If you get it
hipster
from a
wine
can, it's
cooler.
technically, if you buy it from the can, it's a wine cooler. But if you make it, it's tequila and it's lime water, lime and like bubble water, like Perrier or Topo Chico or whatever.
Why would you do that?
It's like a
'Cause you're-
skinny person margarita. It's fantastic. And it really is good. I love them.
Well, why not just drink the tequila?
Because she
Little-
wants to act like
I mean,
she's
that's fine.
civilized and not an alcoholic.
I like the.
Oh,
Good one, Simon.
thing I learned today.
Yes.
When Alex and Austin were little, I used to always have wine at night. I always like even before they would go to bed, like I would like as they're starting to get ready for bed, I'm pouring that first glass of wine, right? And then of course my girlfriends would come over and exactly. So I had to convince them that I was in fact not an alcoholic for the long. I'm like I'm not an alcoholic. I don't have a drinking problem. I have one glass of wine at night. So then I don't not completely drink at home, but for the most part, I don't drink at home anymore because it's the last. I don't need the little ones going, yeah, my mom's never home. She talks about politicians all the time, and all she does is drink. So like,
So that's why the
curb
kids
that.
say you're a wino.
A wino.
They're singing Waylon Jennings songs. It's fine.
Good mama.
Sanders got it straight from mom. Too bad mom didn't teach
Paul's
her how to
probably
do her
getting,
hair.
hold on. I have to tell you guys about my mom. I think I've talked about this on the show before. So not Simon, Ken, the owner of TECN .tv, and my mother met when I was in Virginia. Remember when mom had surgery back in November? She and I went up to Fredericksburg, and Ken came down from DC, and we had a really great time. Well, the whole time I'm on the air, these two are sitting across the table from me, just carrying on like a bunch of freaking high schoolers, just cackling and just having themselves a big old time. And every once in a while, I'd hear my name, and I'd be like, and they're like, "Oh, hold on, she's looking at us." Like, I mean, legitimately, like teenagers with their mother. It was ridiculous. So this morning, the very first thing, or the second, I take that back. The second thing that I woke up to is a text message from Ken. And the text message goes, would you convince your mother or your mom to come on Chosen Generation next Wednesday to discuss the following historical event? And it was a JFK thing. And so I'm like, he said, it would truly be educating. And so then I send it to my mother and she goes, where's it going to be? Blah, blah. And then she goes, if it's for Ken, anything. And I'm like, this is absolutely insane. So yeah, no, they're ridiculous. They go back and forth like two teenagers.
Well,
And I'm stuck in the middle. So now my mom's going to be on Pastor Greg's show, which is before our show next
you
week.
better be.
To discuss
You really should be
JFK
very
assassination
worried,
stuff.
Sandra. She probably told him lots and lots of good stories about you when you were a kid, and he's saving them. Be very
What just
worried.
happened here?
Moms know everything.
See, I told you.
Moms have eyes in the back of their head.
I keep telling my son that moms know everything.
We do, in fact.
I've been telling him that since he was
Yeah.
very small. Moms know everything.
And just because we don't say anything at the right time, it's there. We're
Yes.
saving it.
We're saving it.
It will come out. Oh my gosh.
Bye, Sandra. See you later.
Somebody just zapped her. Either she fell out of her chair or, not much
Oh,
telling.
look.
When you scared Sandra. She was actually going to call either mom or she was going to go call Ken.
Yeah, she said she's got stories. She's got the story.
Yes,
got the
Vivian, we must talk sometime. I could use some ammo. Oh, look, she's back. Don't tell her we talked.
The FBI hated me so they're like, we're just gonna kick her. They kicked me all the way out of the studio.
Yes, completely kicked
But you
out.
notice they spit you out.
Kids, where's
Is
the
that-
hidden vodka?
Hey, do you think that's coffee? We know that's not coffee in your cup. Your mom told me it wasn't.
While you were gone.
No. It's I behave at home.
Hey, Vivian, when she's at our house, she spikes her coffee.
Does she put Irish cream in there?
Patty like pours half the bottle of Irish cream in there.
It's a big cup.
I can't even blame Patty entirely for it. I think Dennis was the first one that said, "Hey, make sure she knows we've got Irish cream in there."
Yeah.
Not coffee in my cup. That's good.
Yes. Got to pour a little out for your dead homies.
We
But we
actually
really
do have
need to
a
get together with Vivian because I could use more info.
Well, you know what? You need to tell Vivian that she needs to come to Texas more frequently. Now, this was really sweet. This morning, a friend of mine said that they got me a bottle of moonshine. And I was like, oh my gosh, which flavor is it? And he's like, it's homemade. And I was like, oh, that's the best kind. And so we're carrying on. And he goes, look at your phone.
Aww.
And you were so disappointed.
I was like, that is in fact, I said, you know what? That's celestial moonshine.
You know what I keep seeing online recipes of how to make limoncello and limoncello with moonshine, and it looks so good.
Really?
And they make the regular, and then they make a creamy one. I mean, it just looks
Like a liqueur?
Yes. I mean, it looks like it is so good. And then it looks also like it would be one of those things that would just sneak up and whack you over the head. And then you'd be making bad choices.
No, that's called Everclear.
It's called
It will hit you over the head and you make bad choices.
Yeah.
Ugh,
Huh, Sandra?
yeah. Actually, I've always been able to be pretty well behaved on Everclear. Gin is not. I'm not allowed to drink gin. That's one that's a no-go for me. I can't even stand the smell of it anymore. When I was a bartender, I used to have to hold my breath whenever I'd make drinks with gin in them. That was the one that almost murdered me. It's bad. And I'm glad that my mother's here because she almost murdered me after she found out I was still alive. I'm just gonna leave that. I'm just gonna leave that there.
It would have been a mercy
I woke
killing.
up the next morning on the couch and my brother's on the chair next to me, across from me, and his best friend was sitting on the floor between us, and there was a trash can in the middle of all three of us. And I woke up and I said, dude, who got wasted last night? My mother came screaming out of her bedroom. Sandra! So no
Little
more
did
gin
you-
for Sandra. Sandra doesn't drink gin.
Little did you know that she probably had cameras in the room. She knew.
Oh no, this was before that was a thing. She was there. They had the dead man carry me out of the bathroom. Apparently they woke my sister up and she was like, "Is she dead?" And they were like, "Yes."
And we're going to bury
I
her
am not
with
telling the
her.
whole story, Mother. Just
Oh, but
know.
Vivian will. When we get together, Vivian will.
That is an in-person story, not a national television story. That is not a nationally syndicated story. Just know, like, anytime, like when I first ran for office, there, not immediately, if people were going to be close to me, do not let gin get anywhere near me. I can't stand the smell. It'll make me throw up. Like, that is a no-go. And I can tell instantly if somebody's, like, you know how some of the drinks will have like multiple alcohols or whatever in it. I know instantly, before it even gets to my nose, I cannot stand the smell of gin at all.
So, Rachel, we need a drink that has gin and bananas.
Oh gosh, that sounds awful. Oh my
It does.
gosh.
But you see how
Even
she
if you
gets?
didn't have an aversion to gin or bananas, but just the combination of the two sounds completely disgusting.
Yeah.
Oh,
Why does your cheek hurt?
Speaking of bananas, Sandra, where's Ashley?
Greatest transition ever. Oh, I don't know.
We haven't seen Ashley in a while. Why not?
We haven't seen her in a while.
I've seen
She'll text me
pictures.
information all the time. Wow, we have dogs and children behind me. Spitspot. I don't know what kind of show you people think this is. This is serious.
It looks like animal control needs to come in.
Brody. All right, Spitspot. There's bears crawling all over me and everything. Actually, Suzanne, yesterday she called me for something, and we were talking, and she goes, "By the way, where's Charlotte? We haven't seen her in a long time, and I miss her."
I'm right here.
She's right here.
At least Charlotte knows how to brush her hair.
Right here.
That girl hasn't brushed her hair since yesterday. She's like,
she's running away before you try and start brushing her hair. She knows
And
what's
Arthur says, I
She
did
knows.
mine yesterday. Oh, look, now she froze. See, that's what you get when
no,
you
I
don't tell the
had
truth,
to
Sandra.
mute it because then they were like, "Oh, hey, look, we've got her attention. Let's run amok."
Hey, Rachel, let's kind
No,
of
sir.
watch now and see is every time Sandra says something that's not true, if that's when she gets frozen.
Oh, okay. We're gonna have to keep score.
Okay. Simon,
Is it hot?
get your pen and paper.
That's not
Speak
fair
up,
because they
Sandra.
always come after me whenever I'm going after politicians or the government.
See, Simon doesn't even know about what the reluctant dragon is.
Y'all make me sad. Now you all have to
Heard
go on YouTube. The Reluctant Dragon. It's only like a 4-minute cartoon
I heard of Puff the Magic Dragon.
that lives down by the sea.
Yeah.
Rachel lives down by the sea.
40 minutes.
Well,
You're the closest one out of all of us. So, I mean,
For sure, yeah. For sure.
you have a
depends on how
waterway
fast
in
you
your backyard.
And the
Because
sad
of-
thing is I never go.
well, that's kind
That
of
is
like,
sad. That's devastatingly sad. Like, ugh.
well, that's even like when we go to the so-called island. We're like a block and a half from the beach. How often do we go?
So when we lived in Guam, I was there 2 or 3 times a week. And even when we lived back in Virginia, the beach was about a 45-minute drive from me when we lived in Virginia. And I went all the time. As often, if I wasn't working, I'd go to the beach, even if it was just to go and drive through, like if it was cold or whatever. Oh man, it heals my soul. I love being near the salt water.
When we lived in Virginia, every day when I got off from work, I changed clothes and walked across the street to the beach and stayed out there till dark and then came back home.
Oh, the kids love it now too. I'm glad that they love it.
When they're not getting stung by jellyfish.
Yeah, when they're not.
Just because you go to the beach doesn't mean you have to go in the water.
Oh my gosh. Well, it's just such an ordeal. You have to pack all this stuff up and bring it all. And then when you come back, you got to get all the sand off of everything. And
the best hack for that, and I always remember it until I'm packing, or better yet, until I get there. And then I'm like, dang it, we forgot the baby powder. That's how you get sand off of you.
Right. But it gets in your car and all that.
When we lived across the street from the beach in Dennisford, we had to take like bottles of water to rinse our feet off before we put our feet in the car.
Yeah, because it's just, yes.
We hated sand.
The greatest invention for beach lovers is rubber mats. You know how your car mats, now you can get the rubber ones?
Oh,
huge game changer.
Somebody has to empty those.
Huge. This is how this started. Yes, Sandra, we know Virginia will forgive you. And then my mother. And then y'all don't mind the comments. No, but okay. So we did have some real news, even though it's no surprise news. Donald Trump was indicted on January 6 charges now. So everyone showed their shocked face. Okay, that's all I got. I know. No surprise. I don't understand why it didn't happen sooner. I think they were really just trying to get it closer to elections.
It's a timing.
I still feel like, I still feel like they did it too soon. They should have waited a little bit longer. I would have waited. That what happened? What happened to the good old October surprise? Why are we in August talking about this crap?
But just wait.
There's more.
What are they going to pull out in August? So the real aliens that are fake aliens that are probably, I saw somebody say, there's no such thing as aliens. Those are demons. Read your Bible. And I was like, oh gosh, so much drama. The real aliens that are now fake aliens that are real aliens that we all knew were there. That's a thing now. And nobody was shocked by it. So I feel like we're at that point in our lives.
The real fake, real aliens.
Even the people with real aluminum hats were not shocked. They were like, we've been telling you people. They didn't even rejoice. They were just like, it's about time you've been listening.
Check her cup.
Well, I'm definitely not opposed to a biblical explanation for what those entities or beings are. I don't know. There's something.
So here's my this is from my dad. So this is the argument I've heard my entire life. We are created in God's image, but
yes.
we are naive if we think that God didn't put other life forms out there just to kind of, he's God. He's got all. I mean, there's galaxies and millions of galaxies that we can't even fathom. He's like, but we're the only ones that are created in His image.
Well, and different planes too.
Yeah.
Have you guys watched Oppenheimer yet?
I have not. Is it good?
Okay. So it was really good. But if you're into any kind of quantum physics or anything, I think this.
That's my favorite subject.
I was just, that was going to be the next subject, oddly enough. So, dang it, Rachel, you just ruined all. We got to come up with something else, Alex.
Alert. So if there are different physical planes, and quantum physics gets into kind of explaining that and understanding that of different what we perceive as reality, what we are able to perceive as reality as human beings, the way that God created us. There are other things that we can't see or hear or feel or touch that are in existence. So I'm kind of agreeing with you, Sandra.
And if you drink enough vodka,
Everyone will agree with me. No, but it is. And you know what? I believe in ghosts also. I do. But Jesus even says when they asked if he was a ghost, he's like, if I was a ghost, would you be able to touch me? So, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
Granddad
believe
swore
in
he saw
ghosts
two
of
ghosts.
people. I believe in spirits, but not ghosts of people.
yeah.
I didn't say they were people. I just said they were,
Right. Yes. I'm just distinguishing.
They actually come back as raccoons.
Okay, hold on. Simon has sent us a video.
Oh,
About raccoons?
We couldn't be that lucky. Here we go.
We received a lot of viewer pictures and video clips of the last few days asking about some strange lights seen in the sky. Well, the 19th Charles Gonzalez spoke with one person who saw a similar sight just a few days earlier and tries to see if it really was a close encounter.
I seen a lechuza, but with this stuff, man, I was scared because it's intergalactical and they can control your mind. They can put things up your butt. And so I grabbed my Galaxy and I started taking pictures.
Our new friend is talking about this, a photo he shot 10 days before he and 3 friends saw them after putting up Christmas lights.
They were moving off super fast. You would see it from the north, and then it was over here. It was like that movie Independence Day, but you couldn't see it. But they were super active, super hyper, super speeds. It was like Mach 11. It was just amazing.
Plenty of other photos came into our newsroom this week of 4 or 5 orange lights in the sky, a mystery to many.
Yeah, Vato, it was around that time that I told everyone put aluminum on their heads, and I felt the responsible one because the next day I had to report to my PO, so I wasn't drinking, I wasn't smoking, I was the most level-headedest out of all of us, and I don't know. I don't know what we saw that night.
I spoke with the San Antonio Astronomy Association, and they said there haven't been any strange events here over the last couple of weeks. But some of that video did make its way to a national UFO network. But they say it appears to be a lot less exciting than a visit from ET. They believe this is, others we're looking at, Chinese lanterns flying high above. The answer many of our Facebook friends agree with. Not a lot of viewers.
Maybe it was the Chinese, but I'm not taking any chances. I turned on a candle for the Virgen, and we also rubbed the huevo all over us, to protect us. And we prayed, La Santísima Virgen, protect us, because you never know what's out there. And for me now, I know that we're not alone.
Charles Gonzalez, KSAT 12 News.
Did he say I rubbed the whale oil all over
No,
me?
the huevos.
The
egg.
Oh.
The egg. That was spectacular. I need that video. I need it. That was great.
Okay.
I wasn't drinking. I wasn't smoking nothing. I had to report to my PO.
Which indicates most of the time he is
ever.
drinking and smoking.
Hanging the Christmas lights.
It could have been a Chinese.
That's yeah, could have been.
Oh,
I don't care if it was the Chinese, okay?
Okay, so when I'm driving,
he
says the font.
I bet Simon knows who it was.
Last year when I was driving, it was the middle of the night. I was driving through Reno.
Were you drinking and smoking?
Reno. I was not. And I was like, I kept seeing like stuff up in the sky, and I was like, I don't want to. So I was kind of being funny to myself, right? And then I saw a sign that said Area 51 gas station or whatever, but they were closed because it was late at night. I mean, why would people in the middle of the night want to stop at anything that says Area 51? And then I got all excited and I was like,
No, Simon, because you're smart. Why would the aliens stop at Area 51 at night? It's night.
Well, I know, but why would but people are out there looking for aliens at night? Who's looking for aliens in the middle of the afternoon? That's dumb.
Who spends your time looking for aliens anyway?
But if you're driving through Reno, Nevada, everyone should be. Just assume that they're out there.
And they want to put stuff.
Rachel, I think we need to worry about Sandra. We love you, Sandra.
Do you really want me to change?
Do we want you to change? What are the options?
Make your lives so interesting.
What are the options? Vivian, did you ever drop Sandra on her head when she was
No.
I do have a knot on the back of my head that could
my
explain
gosh,
a lot of
Simon.
things.
Wow.
Good one,
Come
Simon.
in peace.
Just leave it to Simon.
What was it? Nanu, nanu. How did he do it? I can't make my fingers go that fast.
Nanu, nanu.
Yeah.
It was,
That's right. His was different than the other. Yeah.
my fingers don't want to do that anymore.
It's getting more difficult.
Walter.
Thank you, Walter.
I'm glad I didn't see whatever that comment was. I didn't see it. Walter, I told you.
Rachel was channeling her inner Walter just now.
Yes. Yes. I blame it on Walter. I do.
It's not that Jamie Foxx song where she's blaming it on the booze. She's blaming it on the Walter.
Yes.
Well, let's face it.
Definitely not
It is
alcohol.
just so many things are her fault. Is that a chicken?
No, it's so okay. This is the real life drama in the Witten Casa right now. So Austin and Arth and Alex used to have tons of the little tiny, almost the size of, like, you remember Beanie Babies, but they were called something else anyway. So they've got a whole bunch of those, and they still stay on there. And so, but the littles have discovered them. More importantly, the littlest girl has discovered them. And so she
She's
keeps
the only
stealing her
girl.
brother's stuffed animals that they don't care about anymore, but they're theirs. So she needs to leave them alone.
Right. They don't care.
So
But she's not allowed to touch them.
That's correct. And so there's a war in our home over stuffed animals.
It could be worse.
It was almost a bloodbath last night. I don't know that it, like, you would think we were fighting over girlfriends. Like, this is bad news bears here.
Put my Beanie Baby back. It's my Beanie Baby.
Or Eskimos. Okay, so my granddad said that he saw 2 ghosts, and if it was anybody else, I wouldn't believe them. But one of them was when they lived in England, and he was walking home late at night, and there was a man with no head sitting on a bench listening to a radio. And then the other one was he was going home. This was in Iowa.
Wait.
It was in a
How did he
cornfield.
listen if he had no head?
Welcome to the point, Miss Patty.
Okay. And logic just kind of enters in. Sorry. Go ahead.
It's a ghost story. There's no logic, but also it goes into that interdimensional thing. Like it's a repeat of like energy. That's really all they are. It's a repeat of energy. Or a diaper. Walter gets a little stressed out on Wednesdays, just so y'all know.
I
Who's
can
stressed
understand
out?
that. So do
Walter
I.
gets stressed out on Wednesdays.
Why?
So do I.
He's like, y'all just do what you want. And I was like, yeah, what's
that
the
the
point in
point?
having your own show if you can't do what you want? And so we do what we need to. That's what we do.
What exactly are we supposed to be doing?
I think we're supposed to be serious. Talk about the news.
I
We were
think y'all
serious
did
for a
plenty
few
of
minutes.
serious during the other days of the week, and we do have our serious moments.
True. Like when I asked you what's in your cup.
Yes. This is the best store-bought coffee, like that you can get at HEB.
They come
It's
in a
Texas
bottle,
Independence coffee. It's my
and it
favorite.
says Irish cream.
No, it's black. See, look.
No, it's Kahlua.
That's even better.
I'm trying to show you. It's not working.
What time is it, Sandra?
It's commercial break time since Simon's not doing his job again.
That's when you pick up your cup and go like this and look at your arm.
For the longest time, I wasn't allowed to eat mustard because I would always end up with mustard all over my shirts. So.
And that doesn't
Random
happen
things
anymore.
that you should know.
Had to eat a dry hot dog.
I won't say that it doesn't happen anymore, but when I was running for office, I made sure not to put myself in a situation that I needed mustard.
Was it only mustard that you get on your clothes?
No, not even
No
for a
ketchup?
second. Salsa all over the place.
Salsa?
And I can't not have salsa, so there's that.
We're gonna have to get you a Tommy Tippy cup so that you don't spill
My salsa?
anything.
I'm okay with drinks most of the time, although sometimes I do still spill my coffee. Especially if I get overzealous when I go to dump it in my mouth.
Yeah.
If I'm wearing
Nobody
white,
else.
it's getting coffee on it.
Or
It's a fact.
something.
It's a fact.
Thank you. It happens. I've got this one white shirt that I love, and I don't care what I do to prevent myself from not spilling something on it every single time.
I do good to make it out of the house. I usually end up having to change because by the time before I make it out of the house, I've spilled coffee on it. I just need to wear coffee colored clothing, so then it just won't
It
matter.
would make it easier.
Well, see,
It
I
would in fact
solved
make
it.
it easier.
I only drink coffee when I'm wearing my pajamas. That way I don't have to worry about being out in public.
That's not.
I used to have to keep the real reason that there's always clothes in my car, it's not because I'm really a vagabond or gypsy. It's because I'm a klutz and I spill stuff constantly.
That too.
And so therefore I need the whole thing all the time. There's no unpacking my car.
You always got to have a backup.
I have a scar. This is true coffee stories. I have a scar. I don't know. Can you guys see it? That's a scar from coffee, from when we were on the campaign trail, and it wraps all the way around. And when it first happened, it loops around like this. And so when it first happened, Lisa Hendrickson saw it. We were at an event for us/Alan, and I walk in and I have this bandage across my wrist. And so she said, "What in the world happened?" And so I opened it, or no, maybe I didn't have it. No, I think it was at the point where I couldn't have a bandage on it anymore. So, but it was still pretty gnarly looking. And she immediately grabs my wrist and puts it in Walter's face and goes, "What did you say to her?" I was like, "No, I swear it was coffee." So I had coffee cups from like the gas station or whatever. And I was carrying them, but it wasn't, they were out of their regular lids and coffee cups. So it was the styrofoam ones. So I can't carry styrofoam coffee cups anymore. I get the shakes and like the little crappy lid on top. And when I was carrying them, and I was trying to carry something under my arm also, and I was trying not to drop everything, then the lid popped and the whole thing just started spilling down my wrist. It was awful. I've never felt so much pain in my life.
You know what I heard the other day? That there was a lawsuit where mother sued McDonald's because a hot chicken nugget fell down on her kid's leg and burned the kid's leg. She has a chicken nugget scar.
Well, you know, a few years back there was a big lawsuit. Somebody sued McDonald's because their coffee was hot.
Yeah. Yep.
And they won.
Well, these people on the chicken nugget too.
I mean, what is it supposed to be?
I thought about it. I really did, but it was in my voting district. So I was like,
So yeah, every time when I, as a mom, would get my kid some kind of drive-through food, you always check and see if it's hot before you hand it to the kid. I mean, they're a kid. Geez, come on, lady. It's your fault, not McDonald's fault that it was actually a hot chicken nugget. You should be thankful that it was hot.
I mean, to me, you shouldn't be able to sue just because you're stupid.
No.
Exactly.
And honestly, I think that,
doing your
Like,
job.
don't eat the cardboard. Duh.
yeah. With those cups, they were not the rated ones. Like they should have not been used in a sale setting. Like they're the kind, like, you know how like when you go to church and they have those styrofoam cups and nobody takes, they're the thin ones.
Yes.
But you would never like use them to like take coffee somewhere, realistically, not in a sales situation.
You go to church and they have the styrofoam cups. What kind of church do you go to?
Those are called meetings, Miss Patty.
Oh, meetings at church. Okay.
You know those meetings in the church basement
with
where they
letters,
serve coffee.
I'm Baptist. We only serve coffee anyway. I mean, that's not all that's in the cups, but that's what they serve. Okay. With chicken nugget.
Uh-oh.
Well, apparently the kid was in the back seat in their car seat, and the chicken nugget fell into her lap and was stuck to her leg and burnt her flesh.
Well, you
know what? That's intense. Like I've been in fast food and where we've had fast food, like and I've never had it stick. Now I've been burned by grease before, straight out of the fryer, but I've never had it stick to me like that. So that's pretty intense.
What I'm saying. It was bad because the mom should have checked the chicken nugget.
Exactly.
Yes.
True, Jack. I mean,
that's a very valid argument.
I mean, once good moms protect their children until they're smart enough to know the difference between hot and cold. Why would you give a child something that could be that hot? I mean, if you ordered it and it's fried, wouldn't you check the temperature before you hand it to?
The number of times I've had to say, hey, it's got to cool down before I hand it to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Y'all,
when you sat there and pulled the chicken nugget apart and
let it cool. Yep. But y'all probably don't.
All of that.
Y'all probably don't watch the show Reba.
I've watched it before. I mean,
okay.
I haven't watched it in the last couple of years, but
it's hilarious. Her son-in-law is like a doofus. I mean, and anyway, he pops a Pop-Tart, and instead of waiting for it to cool, he pops it in his mouth. And he goes around fanning his mouth because it's hot. And he blames his wife because he said if she'd cooked, he wouldn't get burned. But anyway, it's one of those hilarious things because he's such a doofus. He doesn't think something right out of the toaster is going to be hot. We watch it because before I go to bed at night, all the guts and gore that you've seen on TV has to be offset with something a little
lighthearted. Yeah, no, yes. I get it.
And Reba's one.
All right,
we need a commercial of bloopers. Ashley the banana.
I like it. That's really all we got. Everything else on the show is just fine. We'll be right back. We are back. A huge thank you to our amazing sponsors who put up with our shenanigans. The Montgomery County Tea Party. Don't forget the first and the third Monday. This Monday, it's going to be Senator Brandon Creighton and State Representative Steve Totes. So you're not going to want to miss out on that. I will, Miss Patty, don't get mad. I'm not going to be there, but Suzanne Rogers has agreed, I know, to record for us. So I'm going to give her all of my stuff so she can make the plan happen so nobody can miss out on it. And then, of course, the Vietnam Veterans of America, their service and sacrifice went far beyond a distant shore. They still continue to serve their community, both veteran and their civil communities. So make sure that you check them out, vva.org. Find a local branch. The Baytown group is going to be having a big, I think they're doing the statewide conference in October. So be on the lookout for that. We'll have more information as we have it. And of course, if you're sick and tired of the big box shopping, make sure you go to mammoth.nation.com/#WeThePeopleWork. Sign up through there. You get a discount and you support our show. So that helps me to help you, to help me, to help you. And then if you really want to help me, to help you, to help me, to help you, to help us, go to TexasFullyLoaded.com, click on the #WeThePeopleWork, or click on the TFL shop, and you can be part of the show. You can have look at this. Just look at this stuff. This is beautiful. It's beautiful and affordable. Beautiful and affordable. See, look at that. I love that shirt, by the way. And then look at the back. Look at it. Wait for it. The one I've worn one a couple of times. It's going kind of slow. I apologize because I'm using my hotspot on my phone because the FBI can't kick me off of that one. I want you to see the back. That's it. That's all I want. Maybe. There we are. Look at that beautiful hash. The TexasFullyLoaded.com. Be part of the show. Go there. Okay, hold on. Let me take this. Oh my.
What? A chicken nugget just came on.
Wrapped in bacon.
Word up, ladies. You haven't tried a chicken nugget unless you tried a chicken nugget wrapped in bacon.
I'm not
What
going to
did you do to
lie.
your
I
hair?
would do that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just got out of a swim. I
In that
taking
water?
some- That's water.
That's actually
right
really
there.
clean water.
Yeah, it looks clear.
That is
It
fresh from the spring.
My spring water out back is clearer than that.
That right there
Yep.
in Montgomery County? I don't think so.
You haven't seen it.
Mine comes from the earth.
Mine's in the earth. It just has a shell around it.
Yeah, this has no shell.
Yours has.
So it melts in your hand, not in your mouth?
That's right. That's what she said.
Rachel, you summoned him. Just
Right, Rachel.
I did. It's all my
You
fault.
summoned him,
Don't encourage
including his little Mr. Smokey McDreamy voice. So thank you. Do I get extra points if that came out of his nose? Damn it.
He's rude.
Actually is blushing.
He is.
Who is? Not
Walter,
me.
have you seen any ghosts or aliens out there?
Actually, I have.
Which one?
Well, we think we have an alien, obviously an illegal alien, and we were trying to figure out because he was spinning circles, and then we figured out where he was from.
And
He was circling Uranus.
I knew you were going to say that. I expected you to say he popped out of Uranus or something, so I'm proud of you. But I said it, so now who's the worst one?
are you getting a payback for your product placement there?
No kidding. Also, you want to tell him about the ghost, Walter?
There's a ghost
There's a
out
ghost
here.
there.
Yeah, I have a ghost here.
Don't. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, apparently things are falling off of the in one of our houses down here. Apparently things are falling off of the refrigerator when no one's around. I think it's clumsy people bumping into the refrigerator, but anyway.
Not when the clumsy people are nowhere near the refrigerator.
How do you know?
The ghosts.
Rachel, our homework is to make her a new tinfoil hat.
She needs a tinfoil beret.
Maybe we need to make her the whole body of armor.
Yes, the whole armor. That's what I was just thinking. Yes.
I have a bone to pick. Why is it you're not going to be at the meeting on the 7th, and instead of telling me, you tell Suzanne?
I did tell you we weren't going to be in town, but because I told you we were going to be in New Orleans. I told you we were going to be in New Orleans next week. But I didn't want you to have to stress out, so I found somebody that would do it for me. I try to lighten your load, Miss Patty, not make it heavier.
And speaking of lighting the load, Walter, where are those watermelons you promised me? She's got them.
She
I don't have them.
He pointed to you.
She, you know what? I see her kids eating watermelon all the time. I think she's been taking them to her children's.
Wow.
Throw you under the bus before it leaves to go to.
We'll make sure that there are watermelons when I drop off the equipment with Suzanne.
Are these special watermelons?
Handpicked by the bacon master. Oh.
Are they bacon wrapped watermelons?
They can be.
Huh. Okay.
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 I'll be there this evening, as a matter of fact.
Have some watermelon. So did you hear the first of the show?
No, what was the first of the show?
Well, where I brought up the fact that my post about the award bestowed on, I think, was removed from the Montgomery County Tea Party page.
Why was that removed?
That's a good question, because I told the truth.
How'd they get removed? Did somebody report it?
It was put on there by the Montgomery County Republican Minority Party, just so everybody else understands it is. It was posted on there on our page, and when I responded, they removed my post, then they removed the whole post.
Why don't you make a new one? And why don't you surround it in brown with little doggy turds around it?
Well, I'm waiting for
you missed Rachel's award.
I sent it.
Show Walter your award.
I sent it.
Okay, good.
Who'd you send it to?
I sent it to Miss Pat.
There you go. Hey, listen, Miss Pat, I know people think this is jovial and trivial and stuff, but why don't you guys give them the proper awards that they need? Why don't y'all actually present them, even if they're not even there? Present them with the little turd awards.
I think you should give them bracelets.
I have
legit. Hand them out.
We could make them up and hand them out at our next meeting.
Yeah, no, I'm totally serious. And I mean, even for your opposition, they should be. I mean, remember when the Golden Hammer used to do those awards? I mean, I'm literally saying, bring back the Golden Hammer. This is weird.
Hey, Commissioner's Court.
Eric Yalek was ahead of his time.
Yep.
We could go to Commissioner's Court and award it. He won't be there, but we could award it during Commissioner's Court.
I think.
Oh yes, during public testimony.
Public comment, yes. You get 3 minutes.
You should have a $5,000 award go to the $5,000 contributor.
We could also give one to our the editor of the Laughing Jackass.
Well, and since there's a lot of pictures of those people with him, I'm wondering why there's not a correlation of the two. There's actual video of Miss Christ and who's that Jean lady, the mean Jean, the Jean man?
Jean man?
Oh man, the man Jean. She hung out with the Laughing Jackass, and I mean, anyway, that's just kind of weird. Wasn't she anti Tom Cruise and all of the Scientology stuff? And then all of a sudden she's a county employee after being one of the most derelict mouths in the
Well,
Republican Party of Montgomery County.
well, it's funny. She started out
She
on
can
the.
derelict her own.
Don't even go there, Sandra. She started out a nice person and then ended up a pile of crap. When this award was given out, Dennis said it reminded him of back when he was working for Schlumberger. Out of all the districts, one district had a death. Okay. That year, the district manager of that district was promoted to the safety manager. The only death in the that's what that award reminds us of. If you can't get rid of them, just promote them. So what are we going to promote him to?
Jack wagon.
We almost made it a whole show without that word. And it wasn't even
We
Sandra
can't.
that said it. Huh?
Have y'all seen my picture on my laptop? Haven't you?
I don't look at your
I'm
laptop.
so proud of myself. Hold on.
Your sticker?
My sticker. Rachel remembers.
Yes, your Jack wagon sticker.
The Jack Wagon sticker.
You guys all need to come to Montgomery County so we can do lunch and chit chat.
You guys
Oh,
all
we should
need to
do
come
that.
to Del Rio so
She's
we
leaving.
can
Yes.
do lunch and chit
Actually-
chat. And I've got a
I
vineyard.
think you should say that, Miss Pat. I've been trying to contact you about your car's extended warranty.
That's hysterical. As
But
soon as you
really,
said
I need to
contact,
meet
I was getting ready to say the
with
same
you.
thing.
It was covered by extended warranty. Oh, I like it. It was covered. Unfortunately, what they didn't tell you in the funny story, when the car wouldn't start and you called Nissan customer roadside assistant, you know where it's handled out of? Mexico. Mexico.
Avocados to Mexico.
So they were sending a truck. I think it was from Waller County to come to Montgomery County to jump our car,
I bet it was David Luther that was going to jump your car.
possibly. Anyway, we sat in the parking lot for over 2 hours. Over 2 hours we sit there, in fact we called our insurance company, Road Service, and they sent they were sending somebody from Splendora.
Oh,
And it's-
maybe
Do
it was
y'all
the
have a
laughing
map?
jackass.
There's no. Wow, that's
He could-
weird.
Okay,
He
so
couldn't get a
imagine
school
we
bus
have
started.
two people over the age of 70 sitting in a hot car in the parking lot of Kroger. How many people do you think stopped to offer to help us?
0.
Exactly. What has the world come to? And this is the one.
Y'all could have been ruffians.
Were
Y'all
y'all
were
just sitting in the
drifters.
hot
It's
car?
a trap. It's a
Well,
trap.
Dennis got out and sat on a rock.
Why didn't y'all just go inside a
Y'all should have
car?
went in the store.
Yeah, because we were waiting any moment for them to come out. Plus, okay, let's put it this way. He wasn't parked in a parking spot. He parked under a shade tree while I went into the grocery store. So he's in the
Oh.
middle of a lane. So he can't really abandon the car. And I said, there's a moral to this story.
Actually, if you would have done that, you would have gotten a tow truck a lot earlier.
That's fair. That is fair.
Anyway, Mexico, that's where Nissan dispatches their roadside assistance from.
Well, anyway,
Uh-oh.
Miss Pat, I do need to have lunch with you because my friend Danielle and we need to talk to you about the Tea Party vetting board and how
Yeah.
we can get ours done. And I have been trying to text you and you never respond to me.
Well, I need to get together with our vetting chair because we normally don't vet until after the deadline to file,
Mm-hmm.
but which is not until December.
Right.
But
Well, see, we're in the whole starting process. We need a guru to help guide us.
well, I want to talk to him and see if we can't set something up, since I doubt we'll have too many other people from your area that want to come and vet. But I think it'd be a great opportunity. Plus, there's a congressional candidate that's coming that might want the same experience. So, I mean, I think it says a lot about what we do, but it also will help good candidates in other areas. Walter is looking around like he's got somebody sneaking up on him.
Oh,
Yeah,
I've
no
got some
kidding.
deer and some raccoon over there playing around. I'm like, why are the raccoons out during the day? It's crazy.
It's not the raccoon. It might be the kitten, though.
It's
Be
an
nice to the
alien.
kitten.
It's an alien dressed up as a raccoon.
No, it's a coon. for
Or
sure.
it's
The
a
kitten
coon
scared the
dressed up
crap
as
out of
a
me
man.
the other day.
It's a coyote.
They ought to. They're nasty.
Yep, exactly.
They're
Ooh.
rodents.
Who's
I was
nasty?
looking up some videos to send you about raccoons behaving badly.
No.
You know
they
what I
haven't
was
anything.
reminded of the other day? There is a nutria rat that lives in the ditch by the McDonald's in Baytown. That's right there on Garth Road and Interstate 10. Right there at Garth and Interstate 10. And there's a ditch
My
there.
friends, not the
There's
raccoon.
a nutria rat that lives in there. And every once in a while, you'll just see him out there in the ditch doing his, just being a rat.
That's legal to have as a pet in Texas. How stupid is that?
You can get a nutria rat as a pet?
You can get a prairie dog, too.
Yep. Sandra can tell you all about them prairie dogs.
I'm not going there.
I'm interested now. You know
That's
what?
when you got to go and you're trying to hold it.
That was a good zinger. Way to go, Rachel.
You're on fire today, madam.
Road
Speaking
trips with Sandra. El Paso for 30 minutes.
Sandra's got
knew you
to always with her.
Hey, there are so many stories to tell about Sandra and so little time.
You know what? My other
You
phone has
know-
a lot of those videos too.
Oh, you need to send me some.
Sandra's like, thank God we're almost out of time.
I'm like, tick tock, tick tock.
Can we be extended today?
Hmm?
What is Walter doing now? I
I'm
wish
just watching the leaves pass by.
Maybe he's getting some sun on them bleach white
Watching.
legs, and he likes to make fun of mine.
Are you at Schlitterbahn?
Oh no, this is the Casa de Buck. So
Ah,
my little
Okay.
bungalow.
home away from home.
Bungalow. Ooh, sounds fancy.
Yeah.
Yes, he's quite fancy.
A bungalow with raccoons.
And deer.
He even has a
Don't forget.
He even has a bad maid service that comes by.
And a lazy river.
Pretty much. Well, this is the irrigation canal for the Valverde Winery.
Oh,
Ooh.
And the Valverde Winery is the oldest winery in Texas. So
Wow.
I just-
It's like you're in the next Fredericksburg.
no, this was the first Fredericksburg
The
thing.
original Fredericksburg.
And I reach over the fence right there, and all I got to do is grab some grapes.
to go with your watermelon.
Well, they're actually not growing yet. So
Hey, you know what?
Do we have time? Yes, I do have time for the 7-second ghost video. I haven't
Well,
previewed
Sandra
this. We
loads
just
it.
trust
We
Simon
had-
on this show.
We found some muscadine grapes while we were on vacation.
Oh,
there you go.
We brought some seeds home. I believe.
oh yeah, that one.
She's
And
a believer now.
news clip is the one that won you over.
Oh my gosh, yes. I really am gonna have to go find that.
Well, America, I'm
believe
so
I can
sorry that we're
cry.
out of time and y'all can't be a part of this anymore. But we're gonna after show it now, and tomorrow we'll be back. So we love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
Who's gonna be on
tomorrow?
tomorrow?
I don't even know.